Good morning, friends. Thank you very much for your support. We've been conducting this webinar almost this is the sixth day we are hosting consecutive days. We have a variety of speakers from different subject matter expertise who kindly consented to offer their knowledge, expertise, and wisdom. It is a roaring success because many people are watching through Facebook Live of Sea Change, as well as some of you are joining through WebEx as well. This webinar has been hosted over the last 1 week, is to empower organizations, industries, entrepreneurs, professionals, small business owners, with the idea of offering practical tools, practical insights, which would ideally will enable them to start going and applying it right away. So many people have come back to us saying that host this program, host this webinar more and more often. But the once the lockdown is lifted, we don't know whether it's 5.0 is going to be there or not. But Sea Change is very, very seriously considering our webinar. We have a small committee. The committee is seriously considering to at least to host minimum 1 or maximum 2 webinars post lockdown scenario. With that good news, I'd like to move on to the current today's session. The title of the day is 3 virtual tools for stress-free work environment. By and large, if you look at industries, especially I represent MSME, subcommittee of Andhra Chamber of Commerce, and also in my profession, my business, I work with MSMEs very, very closely. That many of the organizations, small business owners and mid-cap organizations are not using the tools, the IT tools most effectively. All of us are using tools that, I can't say that we don't use tools. We use tools, but we use isolated tools. If you just enter an organization, you will find multiple tools being used. There is no integrated tool which would eventually help people to look at holistically for harnessing the benefit of information technology. In this regard, I was talking to Mr. Sivaram Atmapuri, who is the presenter and speaker of the day. He has brought several ideas during our discussion last couple of days, and finally we narrowed down to 3 important tools. He will definitely break the surprise. I don't want to take his insights, which would, I'm sure, will be able to help you right away after this webinar is over. You can go and start practicing it. At least I started practicing it ever since he started educating me, of course, little before, more than 1 year ago. He said, I'm going to share these tools to all the MSMEs. That's the idea behind this seminar, this webinar. Let me quickly walk you through, for those who do not know anything about Sea Change or organization, for the benefit of the new participants. Sea Change is a 18. This company is basically founded by 2 people, myself and my senior, Mr. S. Prakash, who is the CEO of the organization and business and leadership coach. For the last 3 decades, he's been traveling in the management and business circle. He's been a coach for several CEOs and entrepreneurs across the country. We have delivered more than 500 projects the last 18 years, supported by 6 divisions in our organization. This is a very helicopter view of the divisions. There are 6 divisions. Each division has a captain, which means a subject matter expert, under whom there are consultants and trainers and coaches who are supporting us. This is a journey of our organization: 100+ consultants, 75+ marketing affiliates, success partners. Those who come enter into the webinar, kindly put your audio video mute. I'm going to do it as a host. And we have touched more than 1 million people through various ways of workshops, public workshops, training, coaching, consulting, media, through digital shares and things like that. And we have a publication division where we publish books for business people, for Students for Professionals. Mr. Prakash has written more than 10 books. One of his recent upcoming book, which he has taken it as a resolution for this lockdown period, he is coming up with a book called To Break the Surprise, a Spiritual CEO, which is bringing it out. Mr. Prakash and myself, we are meditators. Mr. Prakash is a meditator for more than 30 years with the Heartfulness Institute. I've been practicing meditation of Raja Yoga for more than 20 years. So kind of knowledge, wisdom, experience, more than anything else, experience, which he's trying to bring it out in his book, A Spiritual CEO, which will be released shortly once the lockdown is. I wrote a book called 36 Golden Rules, which you could see in the screen, which is for MSMEs. This is the link where you'll find a lot of digital assets we built over the years, more than 400 plus videos, all our webinars, all our interviews with business people, leaders. In fact, yesterday night, I interviewed one top retail business owner of the city, Chennai, which will be released today, this evening in our YouTube channel. Sea Change Online is our YouTube channel. Please can go and subscribe. Everything is available at free of cost. We don't charge for our digital assets. And we have our presence in few countries outside India for our consulting services. With that, I'd like to introduce the speaker of the day, Mr. Shivaram Atmakuri. Mr. Shivaram Atmakuri is from Vijayawada, basically, but he settled in Chennai. He knows Chennai more than any of us who are here in Chennai. Such an extent he has explored, and he has more than 20 years of IT experience. He's a certified PMP project management professional from PMI ACP Agile certified practitioner. He's a Scrum Master, certified Scrum Master, CSM. He's also a certified Scrum professional. Has an extensive technical and managerial experience. He worked in IT majors in the past. He brings wealth of expertise from the IT majors, and he's trying to bring that in the form of offering a very simple practical tools for even MSMEs and small businesses. He was a project manager and solution architect, project lead, on-site and offshore models. He plays a vital role in several initiatives. Like, for example, he's connected with the PMI, Project Management Institute, Chennai chapter. I guess he's the Vice President Outreach Initiatives, which he'll be able to share more. And he has floated an organization called Leader Gains PT in Singapore very recently, about a year ago. And he was coaching it. He's actually a certified international coach, and he's bringing those wisdom to organizations. It's not just about technology. It's not about software technology tools. He also brings in wealth of management and leadership insights into the organization where he's been hired for services. With that, I request Mr. Shivaram Atmakuri to take over. Thank you very much for accepting this request, sir. Over to Mr. Shivaram.
Good morning, Anand sir, and good morning all the participants. Welcome to the session. So just let me start sharing the screen. I'm just starting sharing the screen. Give me a second. Are you all able to see the slides?
Yes, Shivaram, you can go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'll try to. So I want the chat window to be used for any sort of a communication so that it's easier for us to interact. I want to make this session as interactive as possible. If you have any queries while you are having on a small topic, simple topic which we are discussing, you can use the chat window. And at the end of the session, we have a detailed Q&A for us. Okay. So welcome all. So new normal is a topic which we have been discussing a lot. in different platforms. So for me, as a businessman, what is that this means? Doing too many things. Some of the things I might not have done earlier, but I have to get used to. Like work from home. Maybe I might not have practiced at all till now. Now I have to do that. And working in a online mode, virtual mode is new to 80% of the people across the world. And maybe IT industries are used to work online, but still they are not totally remotely working. So that means that is the biggest challenge which we are having. And now with the COVID challenges, every business had some sort of an impact. So how do I manage the existing customers and delivering on time and managing the uncertainties? The biggest challenge is managing the people, the employees, when they are working in a virtual mode. And last but not the least, which eats 60% of our peace of mind, is managing the finance. So these are the things, these are the realities in front of us, which we need to address them. As a small business owner or a big business owner, everybody had the similar challenges. The quantum is only different. So to deal with this, all of us have a miracle tool. Can you make a guess what is that? Please use the chat window and type so that it will be more interactive. Can you guess what is that miracle tool? Anandji, I hope the participants will be able to type using the chat window, right?
Yes, I'm just watching the chat room so that I can prompt you.
Yes, that's great. So there is a one miracle tool which helps us to manage all these things. Can you make a guess? Okay, so I did not get many of the answers. Oh, internet, online platforms.
Yes.
Online platforms. Please continue, sir. Okay, that's great. Couple of any other answers? Okay, I think I got less answers. I need to give a small hint. That particular miracle tool had a capacity of so much GB size. It produces 20,000 ideas, useful ideas per day. It gathers the information, analyzes the information, and decision maker with limited information. Now, can you make a guess what is that tool?
Somebody mentioned thinking.
Thinking, cell phones, Google, AI. It doesn't need any investment. Huh? It is there with us. Another tip for you. Google, okay. It doesn't need cloud. It doesn't need any internet at all. It can work even in an offline mode. It need not be connected. It doesn't need electricity. Brilliant. So most of you have answered it right. Human brain. Our human brain is the one such a miraculous tool which helps us to manage many uncertainties. So that is the miracle tool which all of us have. But the challenge with this tool is we do multitasking. Meaning, okay, I need to do this. I need to allocate the work. I need to take care of the cash. I need to take care of the new customers. What should I do? How should I do the internet? So too many thoughts around us. On a normal day, maybe our organized thoughts are 60-70%, and 30% are the thoughts which are coming random. But after the COVID or during the COVID, because I would say during the COVID, we are still in the COVID state, random thoughts are more and organized thoughts are lesser. So I want to do this. I want to do this. Everybody, each one of us are having some sort of an anxiety inside us. And that makes us, I have to do so many things. And the unfortunate thing with this miraculous tool is multitasking is what we are forcing the tool. The tool is not made for that. 98% of us are trying to make this particular thing multitask. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in that way. And doing multiple tasks at a time leads to reduction of the productivity by 40%. And our IQ also seems it goes down. Anxiety leads to sleepless nights and it creates suffocation. So that is the biggest challenge. We had a tool, unfortunately, we are misusing the tool. So this is the place where I am going to cover the first tool, mind map. So the power of this tool is, yes, Anandji?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So the tool, the mind map is one of the important tools. The beauty of the mind is if you give few seconds, it can even solve the most complex problem. Whereas the heart is the one which is with emotions, which it has to do too many things. So the fight between the heart and the mind is the one which is creating the confusion. So keeping a mind map in front of us, trying to cultivate a habit of solving the things with a mind map can solve 70% of these issues. And I'm going to show you that particular mind map, and this is a free tool. So we do a lot of meetings. We were doing these meetings earlier in a physical meeting, in a physical office. Now in an online or virtual mode, we need to manage meetings. We need to solve multiple problems. At least on a weekly basis, we need to allocate the work or do the things with our teams. We need to manage multiple customer related works where the dashboards are important. So all these are there, but without spending money, there are community tools which are available. So I'm not commercially related to any of these tools, but just I am sharing you because I myself as an individual management consultant use these tools on a regular basis. So I am sharing about the tool which I had an experience, but this is not the only tool. So XMind, I'm just showing you this tool. I hope you are able to see the screen, sir.
Yes, we are able to see. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a XMind is a tool, and I'm going to share you this link so that you can install. It is a community edition. So the XMind is one of the mind mapping tool which helps us to do many things with little effort. We manage a lot of meetings on a given day, right? So I'm just showing you one simple couple of mind maps. I'm going to walk through them because there are ready-made templates available here for anybody here. Okay. So first, let me take an example of we do too many things with a limited time. I'm just opening a project dashboard, a template which they gave. We can modify the way we wanted. Okay. So are you all able to see the mind map which is there here?
Yes.
Okay.
Project dashboard. Project dashboard.
Yeah. So what I would say here is customer projects. We can customize the way we want it. I want certain set of things to be given to the sales team. I want to do something to the IT team. So this particular one, what you can do is you can keep on creating multiple list of the things. While we are brainstorming, we can create the list here and you can actually save this and revisit whenever you want it. So when you are managing multiple things like this, you can use this particular one to, you will have the employees with you and you will also have the managers or the department heads with you. So you can use this particular one. So the customer related projects, department wise, what are the things which we wanted to do in next 15 days? And who is the person responsible for that? And what are all the ideas which we had in our mind? And what is the progress of previously planned things? What are the action items? And this is how you can create a project dashboard. And after you do the brainstorming like this, so after doing this brainstorming, you can actually save that and use whenever you want it. This is one of the tools which I was speaking about. I'm going to share you multiple mind maps.
Shivaramji, can you maximize your screen? That mind map screen you
right now. I'll do right now. 1 second. Let me zoom this so that you can see that better. Shall I off the video so that it'll be much more faster, Anandji?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Sir, are you able to see the picture much more better now?
Yes. Thank you.
So we can keep on listing. See, the only thing which I am saying is, as a business owner, we have many things to do. The unfortunate thing is we load everything in the mind, and the more information we load in the mind with, by this day we need to complete, by this day we need to complete, or this is the one, we will miss many things. So here I can say, for example, let me take here itself. Conduct webinar. So this is how you can actually plan these things and try to make these things much more effective. And so there are around 8 to 9 templates which this particular tool ready-madely gives you. In addition to that, the challenge which most of us have is we were playing a role of maybe 1 or 2 in our small business. Maybe I am playing a role of managing the sales and delivering, but I never did any online training, marketing at all till now. But I need to do that, because from now onwards, next 6 months, we have to engage our customers online. How do I do that? I don't. And again, the challenge is I have limited resources and limited money. I don't want to do everything on the world, but I need to do this within the limited time I want. And now the challenge is the finance is the one which is there. We were actually thinking till now we are managing the finances reasonably well, but we didn't focus on reserves that much, and it had an impact on our business. But we were able to come out with some adjustments, but we don't want this to happen. How do we manage finance better in future? So these are the ways we need to grab a lot of new knowledge within limited time and go to a right expert for getting things done. So this is the place where, again, the mind maps helps a lot. I'm going to share you a couple of mind maps which can actually help you to understand. So example, like I don't know anything about social media marketing at all. What should I do now? So this is there are some ready-made templates which somebody has already given in a form of a mind map. And just I'm going to collapse this for you and show you. Okay. So people speak a lot about social media. What is this all about? I wanted to know. I searched in the internet for a mind map and I downloaded it. So it is speaking about, okay, we need to connect. What I need to do. They have actually thought about and given. Promote, show what you are doing. You need to write articles which benefit your people. And you need to create small videos. You need to create a community, online community. You need to blog about your services or blog about how your services can solve the problems of the customer. Now, what it can do for me, it gets followers, it gets the opinion, and it gives me a digital image. And that is one of the important things. It may help me to connect to somewhere in US while I am doing the business here. Somebody else may want a similar service. Now, internet, I'll be able to do the things. How to do the video sharing, how to share the pictures. So this is how a simple mind map in less than 2 minutes, I will be able to know what are the ways I can actually do this. In the similar way, when I spoke about, I need to create a website. How shall I create a website? So how shall I create a website? Immediately, I had a very big mind map. So this is the beauty of a mind map. So e-commerce, content management, SEO optimization. I need to host it somewhere. I need to design a website. So okay, how to do a design a website? First of all, there has to be a sample dummy website related look and feel to be created. Once that is finalized, then I need to purchase the domain. So this is how, if a less than 2-3 minutes, you will be able to grab enough knowledge to do the things. So that is the first important aspect of a mind map. But I wanted to showcase how do we really use it here. Now I wanted each one of you, I'm going to create a mind map through discussions as a group here itself. Let me open a new mind map now. One second, I'm actually creating a new mind map. Working online or virtual and working at office physical. So I want each one of you to use the chat window and type here. Are you able to see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Shamji, go ahead.
So please use the chat window and type here. What are the challenges of a virtual working? Can you respond using the chat window? And Anandji, whatever the things which we got, just can you read out for me?
I'll do it.
Yeah. I am zooming this mind map little bigger so that you can read it comfortably.
You are asking the challenges, right?
Yes. 3 challenges what we have now. At least any 3 challenges which we feel.
Somebody mentioned bandwidth. Mr. Narasimhan sir mentioned bandwidth.
Okay.
Data connectivity.
Data connectivity. Okay. So those are the technology related. Please continue, sir. Let me get as many as possible in 2 minutes.
Device like laptop, etc.
So laptop or the medium, laptop or something like that is needed. Okay. Don't think only about the tools. Think about the way of working.
Home environment.
Okay. Don't just think about technology alone, in the way you are working. The difference.
Fear.
Okay. Is working physical and online same? If not, what are the differences? What is the difference which you have in working online versus this one? If not challenges, what is the difference?
Lack of personal touch.
So lack of personal touch. Then
reaching everyone is easy.
Okay, great. Okay, so you have listed down these things. So what are the, particularly working with your teams, what are the challenges you have? Two or three. Is delegating a work is easy? Delegation.
Performance management.
So performance management. Okay. So delegation, tracking, these are all little different for us, right? Which we were able to do in a physical, because I know a fixed time, 10 o'clock to maybe 6 o'clock or 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock, whatever it is. So I know the people are here.
One more response, visual connect is there when we connect, we are connecting from different locations.
Okay. So now if you look into this, this is how a mind map is being used. While we are discussing, I am actually typing all these things, right? So now after doing this sort of a discussion, I am going to a very, very simple Excel sheet. One second, I am actually going to an Excel sheet. One second, I'm actually opening an Excel and I'll be, yeah. Whatever I have discussed, I have actually pasted here. Now I have a list of the things with whatever it is. So when you are working with your teams, the way you can use this particular thing is, okay, what are the sales related things I have list to be done? What are all the delivery related things which I need to do? What are all the finance related things which I need to do? Okay, sales. You can write like, for example, like conduct a webinar, calls to call ABC, call LMN, follow up with PQR, submit proposal to LMN or PQR. And this is how you can actually think about get the status, finance, pay to vendor ABC, collect money from customer BCD. Now, after I have done that, so these are the things. All I'm saying is sit couple of seconds, and when at least twice a day in a working day, in the morning you sit here and list down and come to an Excel sheet, something like this, and paste it here. So obviously, you know, now these are all the list of the things which I have here. So I'm knocking off all these because this may not be making any sense. Now I know this is the department, tasks, and here I will say person responsible. So from too many things which are flying around, I'm actually trying to make that. I'm going to zoom this little bigger so that you can see.
Also, Shivramji, I request all the participants, you can also maximize your screen. On the right top corner of the same screen, you can actually maximize it. You would be comfortable. Thank you.
So webinar has to be done by maybe Karthik. This has to be done by me. Follow up with PQR. Maybe I have Sindhil. James has to give me the status. Ali has to take care of the pay to the vendor. Collect the money from the customer. Again, I want that to be done by Ali. Now, this is how once you list down your list of the tasks, it becomes easy for you. So from a mind map, which is, what is it essentially mind map doing is, you have too many things to do, but by just listing down this, something new will come into the mind. Okay, I forgot about it. I wanted to also have a website. So what should you do for a website? Get a quote. And I know one of my friend has developed a website recently. So discuss with a friend. Ali. So this is how the power of mind map is. Then you start keeping the things on a paper. it brings out the things very, very nicely. So that's what is a mind map. Benefits of this tool is it starts with what we know, and the moment you are typing, suddenly something else will come, the moment you are offloading the things which are there in the mind in a mind map tool, it will bring you more, after some time you will be peaceful and you will be able to compartment or group them in a way where you wanted to efficiently delegate the things to others. And upskill faster is an example where I was showing I have no idea about website development. I searched in the mind map and I got it immediately. And it is very simple and easy, and it is involving everybody through brainstorming. So this is a benefit of a mind map. And I've just used an example of an Xmind for that. The next step is performing work involving multiple people. Is it easy or is it difficult? Is it easy or is it difficult? I'm actually trying to share. Yeah.
Easy. Somebody mentioned easy.
Easy. And getting things done. Particularly, I mean, as an individual you are, but as a manager, when you want to get the things. So the challenge is when we are working with a work which needs involvement of multiple people, either everybody will think, I mean, A will think B is going to do, B will think A is going to do, like that, and the partial work is the one which we see majority of the times.
Mr. Ajay Kumar mentioned it is easy one way and difficult in many ways.
In many ways, yes. So easy because I can assign that work to the people. Earlier in the mind map, I said sales, I said so and so. But unfortunately, the reality is when I wanted a work to be done, while it has to be owned by one department, they need information from the other departments. So this is where the RACI matrix comes into the picture. Responsible, accountable, consult, inform. This is the matrix. What it does is when you are doing a list of the things, the responsible is the person who is going to work on that particular task. Accountable is the person who is owning that particular one. He need to consult and he need to inform multiple people. When we are doing something for the first time, all of us are new. So if without appropriate delegation, we may end up with partial work and the loss of the time. Timely delivery is very, very important, and collaboration among all of us is also very, very important. So a RACI matrix can also include your customers in the list of the people whom need to do. So if you take an example of planning a schedule, the responsible person is Jeff and accountable is Michael, who is heading this. He need to consult you. He need to consult Felix because one is taking care of procurement and one is taking care of quality. So for a given line item, you can have one R and one A is the recommendation. You can have multiple C's and multiple I's. So when you are doing something new, you can use RACI matrix. And one more situation where you can use a RACI matrix is a routine activities like maintenance work. So the responsibility is the person who is going to do, accountability is the one who is owning, and consulted is the people whom need to be kept in the loop. I'm going to show you one more example of this RACI matrix now. See, this is an example of a RACI matrix. So in this particular initiative, they wanted to submit a project request and they need to create a project charter. So they created a list of activities which are there on the left side. And they have different departments or different people who need to do these works. So their roles and those were written here. And they took each of these and they had a RACI matrix. Who is responsible, who is accountable. So what I would say is after you did a brainstorming in virtual environment using any of the mind maps, you copy paste them in an Excel sheet, discuss and list down clearly who is responsible, who is accountable, and get a buy-in from them. By doing so, the advantage is going to be, so the advantage of the tool is you are proactive. Very clearly we are saying, okay, I wanted to conduct a program to purchase certain things. But while procurement department is responsible for that, they need to consult the technical person to get specifications. Accountability is with the project director who need to ensure these are happening. They need to inform the finance team so that they can make the advanced payment. So that is one of the important things. The ownership and collaboration happens, and the new normal, the challenge is 70% of the things what we are going to do are the first time. None of us are clear about who needs to do what. In such situations, a mind map helps you to list down the things. A RASI matrix will help us to set the expectations right among ourselves, and chances of doing right is very, very high. So this is the benefit of the second tool, a RASI matrix. A simple Excel sheet is good enough for us to do something of this nature. Now, the third thing, all of us do plan, right? Holistic view, a bigger picture, and ownership. How do we manage both of these? A bigger picture and ownership. How can we achieve both of these together? Can you share any thoughts here? Okay, let me say you some of the pitfalls. There are two types of people who works irrespective of whether you are owning a business or you are working somewhere. Some people are communicating in a very, very vague manner. They say too many things, but many things are vague. And they say, you do it. For the challenge for these people is they assign too many things. They miss the track of the things. And when people work and come back to them, they said, this is not what I meant. I want something else. People are unable to understand what I am saying. This is the one which we hear from the people who give the things very, very high. There are few people who are perfectionists. They wanted to know everything, list down minute things, and then only they want to start. Too much details. Unfortunately, the challenge with the people is they cannot do more than one or two initiatives. Because unless they perfect it, they cannot go to something else. So we need to balance between both of these things. And also we need to assign the work and effectively delegate these two people, and that is where a Kanban board is coming into the picture. So a backlog is here, a list of the things which I wanted to do, in progress, and peer review, in test, done, block. These are an example of a Kanban board. I'm going to show you a tool which is in the online, which would help you to give you a better picture. And again, as I mentioned to you earlier, I am not commercially related to these tools. Just I am using it because there are many tools of this. I'm actually logging in with my ID, and at a basic level, these tools are free. Advanced are the ones which are paid. I'm actually logging into this particular tool, which is I'm essentially highlighting you with a Kanban board. Give me a second, it is loading. So I have actually created a Kanban board for delegating the work. I'm just opening that. Okay. So I'm just giving you the list of the things which I had with me. So I need to pay TDS. I need to pay GST. I need to call bank manager. I need to pay the credit card website. I need to submit the audit documents. I need to meet the sales team. I need to send a proposal. So these are my list of the things I created while I was thinking, and I have created a Kanban board now. These are my to-do things, and I know I have limited number of people, so I need to prioritize. This is the first stage. Then working is the second stage, and completed is the third stage. So I'm going to start the things from the scratch. So this is how I prepared the list of the things. I'll add one more. Prepare training material. So this is my task. And I'm actually saying here, this particular line item, how important it is. It is medium. And so this is the one which is good. Then I need to prepare social media budget. Now, for this particular task, there are some subtasks for me in this. So what are these subtasks? Speak to digital expert. Speak to my sales head because he need to provide the information. I need to speak to my IT head because if at all any purchases or infrastructure decisions, I wanted him to give his opinion. And then read, attend online free training on social media. So these are my list of the things which I have, and this is how I would actually prepare the things here. Now these are the list of the things in front of me. Now what is important for me for this particular week? Okay, I am in the last month, and unfortunately if I don't pay the TDS on time or GST on time, I'll be penalized. So let me have those set of things as the important priority. So I am listing down, I have listed down earlier, and I'm actually trying to move them as priority items. Then the other important thing is I need to have a meeting with my sales team so that they would prepare a plan for the next week. Then I need to send a proposal, which I'm already started working on that. Then the thing is the training material is the one which is little lesser important for me, and credit card is the one which I need to do this. Website is a low priority. So this is how I have listed down the things. And if I can filter, I can actually filter these things by this particular thing. Give me a second. Custom filter, priority, high. Now it shows me, okay, these are all the list of the priority things which I need to do. And again, this particular tool, what it does is it allows you up to 15 people in your team, which you can assign the works to them, and they can have their own dashboard like this. So this, because we are working in a virtual mode, right? In case of a normal case, we can keep a whiteboard and we can assign the tasks and all. Here, this is the way we can actually take the things. Now let me take an example of the pay GST. Now what happened here? Prepare a inflow outflow statement, review by auditor online. So actually what it does is by default all these tasks are not completed. When I got information from somebody, I will select this. Okay, I got a review by auditor. I have completed an online transfer. Okay, update the payments in the tally. Now this is left. Now the moment I have here, okay, this is still left. Then later I will open this. Okay, I will call somebody. Have you updated in the tally? Yes, updated in the tally. Brilliant. This month thing is over. Now I will move this particular thing from here to completed. So this is the beauty of a Kanban board is while I have to do many things as a business owner, this gives a bigger picture. What are the things I am doing now? What are the things which I need to prioritize? What I am working, what are completed? And the focus at the minute things, because I am not leaving the things at a vague. I am also creating some tasks. I am also assigning the things to them. So the mind map, the first tool helped us in terms of listing down the things. RASI matrix helped us in terms of delegating with a buy-in from those people. And a Kanban board is the one which helped us in terms of getting into the action. I'll give you one more analogy of this Kanban board. All of you travel on using a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. And when you stopped at a red signal, it shows 10 seconds to become green. What will you do after stopping? There are two scenarios which we have. First thing is you are traveling, a red signal came, you stopped there, and it shows 160 seconds remaining to get green. What will you do once you stop there? Can you think and say me? You are traveling in a road, a red signal came, you stopped there, and it shows 160 seconds to become green. What is the first thing you will do? Can you think? And I want at least to from each one of you. It shows you in the time indicator 160 seconds remaining to become green. What will you do? Stop your vehicle, and then before checking the mobile, there is something you will do. Switch off the engine. That's what it is, right? If it is saying only 10 seconds remaining for getting green, what will you do in that case? Instead of the red signal you stopped, it shows only 10 seconds instead of 160 seconds. Then you won't do any of these things. There is a rule to stop at a red signal, but is there a rule to off the engine? Is there any rule to off the engine? Why did we do that? Why did we do this? Because we were made aware of the problem when it is happening. That is the awareness you will create among your team members while you are creating a Kanban board like this. They will know, okay, these are the list of the things I need to do. And then they will arrange their time accordingly and ensure the work is completed. Because in this case, the proposal, if you take the GST related one, if it is waiting here for more than 2-3 days, then even the MD will be thinking, why is it waiting for so much time? It is not updated in the tally. Then immediately while he is doing a quick meeting, why are we unable to update it in the tally? Okay, sir, I will do that. So you will be able to effectively work on these things. So that is the beauty of a Kanban board. Getting into the action. So these are the 3 tools which I was speaking to you, which will help you in working in a environment. So it gives you a better visibility. It improves the efficiency, productivity, and wastage can be reduced. And ownership among the people will be high because they know a task is assigned to them and it is working, and they also know what is the sense of ownership needed because of the RASI matrix. So how do we use these tools? In a survival mode, today we have too many things coming in front of us. List down and have a Kanban board itself, so that we will be trying to get a time to deal and get into the action. During the stabilize phase, we need to get out of the panic stage and come with what are all the small innovative things which we need to try so that we will have more customer base or retain our customers. Third is surge ahead, and that is the time you need to use all these 3 tools. And that is the primary purpose. Mainly why I was speaking about these tools is most of us are used to work in a physical environment. Working in an online environment is new to everybody. And how do we ensure that we are not working too much of time, and we are also not making our employees to work too much? Let them work in an appropriate way and an effective and a productive way. And that is the primary purpose of this particular webinar. I was trying to share you these tools so that it can help you. So this is what I wanted to cover. That is the one which I wanted to cover here. And now the floor is open for any Q&A.
Very nice. Thank you, Shivaram ji, for a wonderful, I would say, you had a good walkthrough of all the 3 tools. It's pretty difficult to, conduct this online. Normally, you do it offline in many of our clients' place, but you did it so nicely so that everybody could understand. Participants, now the floor is open for Q&A. Feel free to ask your questions to ask on behalf of you. If you have any questions, you please post it in the chat room. I will ask Mr. Sivaram.
And first we need to thank all of them because they have been very interactive in an online mode. We need to give a claps to all of them.
Correct. Absolutely.
I never felt that I am doing an online class because of the interaction.
That's wonderful. In fact, this is very, very interesting. This is a new normal that, we can actually do what we do offline. We can do online. So that you actually demonstrated very nicely. So any questions, participants, please feel free to type. And before they start typing it out, let me ask you a few questions, Mr. Sivaramji.
Yes, yes, Anandji.
See, for example, if you look at Indian context, there are a lot of enterprise organizations where they use ERP, enterprise resource planning, for a workflow application, what we call the workflow or integration of various departments in a holistic way. But 70% of the companies, 70-80% of the companies are MSMEs and small businesses, mid-cap organizations, where they also use pseudo ERP, I would call. For example, they would have got some Tally as an ERP tool for finance and accounts, and they will have some CRM application from some organizations like, for example, Zoho. There are multiple tools available. My question to you is, I divide all these organizations into three parts. One is manufacturing, two is services, three is trading. Okay. So, and I just want to ask you this question, like these three tools, can it be given to all the employees of all these companies? I'm talking about small companies, MSMEs. Where you said the tool is actually free, maybe for one user or two users. I don't know how many users it is actually free.
Xmind is unlimited free.
Oh, Xmind is unlimited free. Okay.
Because you are downloading a community edition and using that.
Okay. Okay.
And RASI Matrix is, if you can use an Excel, or you can use even any open office.
Okay. Okay.
Only in case of the third one, Kanban tool, it is limited to only 15 people. I mean, today Asana is giving 15 people. You can search in the net. There may be different people who are giving different offers. I mean, yesterday I searched and these guys are giving 15 people collaboration free.
Which one is 15 user free?
Asana, the tool which I have shown you.
Okay. Kanban. Okay. Okay. So these three tools, my question is, can it be integrated as a single tool, as a workflow?
Okay, so there are two things which I need to mainly speak about. The mind map is the one which actually helps us in terms of thinking. See, the human beings are actually more a social people. At least Asia part, right? We wanted to, if you ask me, fill 200 pages form or 2 pages of a form, will you be comfortable, or will you be happy to share what you wanted? What are you more comfortable at?
What I wanted.
So that is where the mind map is coming into the picture. So what I am saying is, you will have a 10 minutes meeting or 15 minutes meeting, online or physical, with your immediate reportees. If you are a manufacturing company, you create one template how you wanted and use that and discuss and leave it to them. Now the same tool, let the people take to their people and let them create again a second level, third level, and all this can be integrated in seconds. Paste it in an Excel sheet, which will give you a weekly things.
Okay. Okay.
So the ERP says, this is my structure, you follow that. But that is very good in terms of tracking and enterprise planning. But while we are doing the things as a small, medium business, we do a lot of customizations. If you do those customizations in the ERP, the power of ERP is gone. Instead, use this for collaboration.
So I would put it this way. You beautifully narrated. I would put it this way for my understanding and others' understanding as well. And normally, how much ever the technology we use, we also use the diary. Normally, we maintain diary, even though we use laptop and all the gadgets. We still use our diary to write down our to-do list, basic task. What is after some days, the diary is misplaced somewhere, or we don't maintain it properly, and we cannot integrate it. It's basically analog. We can write it down. Whereas if you use these kind of tools, it can be a digital one. It can anywhere when we travel, we'll be able to capture it, correct? And share it with others also.
And yes, and you can print out and you can still stick to your diary.
Correct. So, no. Will it replace diary is what my question is.
Absolutely, yes. Because initially, you are remembering the phone numbers in a telephone book. Now, how many people are having telephone book today? So once you start using it, slowly it will actually replace 80% of the diary.
Okay. Okay. And I hope these tools can be used through our mobile phones also, right?
Yes, I mean, again, the one is, yes, mind map can be used in the mobile as well. Asana is yes, but in terms of Kanban board, I have my own doubts. I mean, I would recommend to use it in the computers because the screen is bigger and you can manage the things better.
I hope I can use that in Google Drive, Google Docs. The same Excel can be used in Google app also, right?
Yes, yes, that can be used. I mean, creation, I recommend you to use a computer. While reading and managing, you can use it any other devices.
Okay. So let me just check any questions posted by anybody. Yes, somebody has posted. Is Kanban a free online tool or not?
Yeah, that's what that's Asana tool, which is there. Currently, it is giving for 15 people free, man.
Okay. Okay. And next question is there any tool for CRM? Because, of course, you handle more on prioritization and work in progress and kind of managing our day-to-day activities. Is there
There
a
are
tool
some.
available? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and again, when we have a one-to-one discussion, we can, based on the need, we can, because there are some open source tools and paid tools, each have their own strengths and weaknesses. There are many.
Okay. Okay. So if somebody wants to implement all these tools in their organization, and since people work from homes, so suppose a managing director wants somebody to help them out, will you be able to help them out?
Yes, definitely. Yes. So the way I will do is I'll try to find out with an organization. I'll speak to him for around couple of hours to know what they are doing, how they are doing. Irrespective of whatever the size, they have their own strengths and their own weaknesses. I should understand them first. Once I know their strength, I should not optimize it. They're already doing better. The weakness areas are the ones where we need to use the tools. My approach is don't buy a costly tool first. Instead, try to use a simple open source tool, and once you are comfortable, go to a bigger tool. Otherwise, 90% of the times we buy treadmill, which is very costly with a lot of features. First
Correct.
3 months we will use. After that, it is used as a towel rod. That I don't want people to do it.
Correct. Very nice, very nice. So
I'm not against the proprietary tools, but I'm saying start using open source tools to get a feel, and then you buy what we really need. Yes, yes. Please continue, Anandji. Hello.
Sivaramji, some audio buffering was there. I couldn't
Let
hear
me
you. What
say
you said.
video. Maybe that would improve.
Yeah.
Anandji, please continue.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the last part of your.
So I'm saying I'm not against the proprietary tools. Start use open source tools. Once you are comfortable, invest in the right tool.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so normally people, when you look at any organization, I would broadly divide the operations into four or five. One is a finance. So they use typically any ERP if it is a large organization, or they use typically like a Tally kind of a product for the accounting purpose. And operations, they have their own tools, to be used. But I guess these three tools, it can sit across all the departments of an organization. Am I right? Anybody and everybody in the organization can use it.
Yes, sir. The main important thing is we have different tools to do different things. How do we ensure that from starting to ending, it is flowing across? That is the one which these tools will help you to do.
Okay. Got it. So we have come to the end of the webinar, Mr. Sivaramji, and I request participants, if you have any queries, you can kindly post in the chat room so that I can ask of you, or you can also read it out. If no questions, I think closing this webinar session a short while from now. I'm just giving about another 1 minute for people to respond if you have any queries.
And I hope your time, whatever you have spent, is useful.
Absolutely. Many people have mentioned that. Thank you very much. It's very useful information as well. This video is going to be available online for future viewing. You can also share it among your friends and contacts. So if there are no questions, I thought I will, Shivramji, I will take the final slides of mine.
Yes, Anandji.
And somebody mentioned it was very useful, Mr. Ajay Kumar. Thank you very much, sir. Since we have come to the end of the session, I thought I'll close the formal closure of this webinar series, of the first series of this webinar. Last 6 days, we have been hosting this. And this is about a last few slides about our organization. We've been working with a new normal approach the last 30-40 days. A person like Mr. Shivaram, I forgot to mention in the initial introduction, Mr. Shivaram Atmakuri is a Marshall Goldsmith certified international coach. He's one of the Marshall Goldsmith is the international #1 international coach, management coach, and Mr. Shivaram was trained by him, and he's been offering leadership coaching sessions as well. I would request Mr. Shivaramji to conduct such program through webinar sessions in the future. I hope you will be able to do it.
Yes, sure, Anandji.
And thank you so much. And we have two important services that we are offering for all the MSMEs and entrepreneurs. One is about scanning. While doing this C360 scanning of your organization, we will be able to figure out what kind of tools that would require for your business. And we also provide recommendations on where to really pitch and how to get all those services. The second one on the right side, you find SBA, which is a Strategic Business Advisory Services. We help both areas of your business by hand-holding you and start implementing all the new techniques, especially in the new normal scenario. With that, I'd like to share these contact details. Please make a note of these details if you don't know. And you can visit cchangeworld.com to download your COVID-19 health guidelines, which we crafted along with the healthcare organization called CIPACA. Group of doctors have given us a document which can be downloaded free, available at cchangeworld.com. You can just visit and download it. Very, very useful for post-lockdown situation. With that, I would like to leave these two details. One is our email ID, the second, the contact number. I would request all the participants kindly leave your details, your name, your organization name, and your email ID to our contact details, so that I hope you're able to see the last slide, which I just posted. Kindly leave. When we start again our webinar series from next week onwards, after the post-lockdown, we'll be able to communicate with you. And a lot of surprising videos and content. Please visit C-Change online YouTube channel to download and view hundreds of videos. In fact, Mr. Prakash is hosting every day one video for entrepreneurs and business organizations. Please visit C-Change online at YouTube. You will be able to get more insights. So thank you very much. Mr. Shivaramji, thank you very much for
thank you very much, Anandji, and thank you all participants.
Enlightening us. Thank you so much, all of you, one and all. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Wish you a virtual work, a happy experience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.